I greatly appreciate you all coming out. I understand that it's Viking Fest and all that other good stuff, but you chose to learn tonight with me at Viking Fest. Thank you. Tonight, I'm going to be presenting to you a PowerPoint entitled Tribal Instincts. I found a lot of comparison in the functionalities of Black Greek letter organizations and Nation African tribes. And I wanted to show that because anybody that knows me knows that I just enjoy sharing knowledge about Black history. But first off, so we get a clear understanding of what we're here to discuss tonight, I want to break down some things for you. The root word of tribal is tribe, and there's three different definitions to that. The first one is a political, ethnic, or ancestral division of ancient states and culture. Next is a group of people sharing an occupation, interest, or habit. C, a large family. Then you have the word instinct. The first definition is a natural or inherent aptitude, tendency, impulse, or capacity. Second, implanted by nature. C, to implant as an animated power. And then in the last one, I saw the word animate, and I want to break that down, and it was kind of deep to me. And this animate means to give life, make alive, and to bring to life. The National Pan-Hellenic Council, also known as the Divine Nine, is an African-American fraternal institution. Like so many other African-American institutions in America, the Divine Nine saw its creation due to discrimination. For example, you have the historically Black colleges and universities in existence because African-Americans were not allowed to go to school with white people. You have the African and Methodist Episcopal Church because Black people were not allowed to go to church with white people. And thus you have the National Pan-Hellenic Council because African Americans weren't allowed to join the white Greek letter organizations. In order for individuals to become members of these organizations, they must go through an intake process or an initiation process that consists of sacred practices and rituals that aren't discussed with individuals outside of these organizations. These organizations are Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, founded in 1906. You have Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, founded in 1908. Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, founded in 1911. Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, founded in 1911. Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, founded in 1913. Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, founded in 1914. Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, founded in 1920. Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, founded in 1922. And Iota Phi Theta Fraternity Incorporated, founded in 1963. Now, some of these organizations have lasted since over a century, and as you can imagine, it has produced many influential individuals from these organizations, such as actress Felicia Rashad, a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha, her TV daughter Keisha Knight Polian, who played Rudy Huxtable, member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, comedian and actress Cheryl Underwood, member of Zeta Phi Beta, hip-hop legend MC Lyte, member of Sigma Gamma Rho. And you have Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who's a member of Alpha Phi Alpha. That's him, front row, far right. You have Cedric the Entertainer, member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Steve Harvey, member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. Emmitt Smith, football legend, member of Phi Beta Sigma. And TV actor T.C. Carson, better known as Kyle Barker, living single, member of Iota Phi Theta. Now, African tribes are a community or ethnic group of people that share the same norms, values, language, religion, and cultural system. There are currently an estimated 3,000 tribes today in Africa, and I have spoken with some people from the motherland of Africa themselves, and they say that they believe it's more. A good number of African tribes are more westernized, but there are some that live nomadically. Now, the root word of nomadically is nomadic. By a show of hands, anybody know what the word nomadic means? Kev, can you help me out what the word nomadic means?
Louis say don't answer.
Louis?
Well, I know a nomad is somebody who like travels from place to place. So
Okay. All right, thank you.
Is it like they don't have an official like homeland, maybe? Like,
No, actually, the nomadic that I was speaking of were people who live off land. Like they go out and they hunt their food, they make their houses, pretty much desert dwellers, if you will. And you have some African tribes that still live in that manner. Most nomadic tribes complete what is known as a rite of passage initiation for the young boys and girls to be considered a man or a woman in their tribe. Probate show. A probate show was a show that is put on by initiates of a fraternity or sorority to show their family, friends, and loved ones in the campus that they are the newest members of a certain fraternity or sorority. It is also a celebration because now at this point, they're either completely done or almost done with their intake process. Generally, the initiates arrive at the site of the probate in a single file line escorted by their dean of pledges, which is also known as DP, and assistant dean of pledges, or ADP. The DP and the ADP are the people who act as their guidance, more like mother figures or father figures during the intake process. The initiates oftentimes wear some kind of mask or covering over their face until they reveal themselves to the crowd as the newest member of the fraternity or sorority they're choosing. The initiates generally perform locked up, and what that is when the initiates are lined up and their arms are interlocked with each other. Now, they don't always perform locked up, but sometimes they will stand in a similar position. As you see with the ladies of Alpha Kappa Alpha, they're standing in their traditional stance called the Ivy stance. Now, in this position, you can see the members individually while they're locked up, but at the same time, you can still see them as a unit being part of the line. The most intricate purpose of the show is to show the unity of the line. And this is done by the line will recite poems, the organization's history, the Greek alphabet, greetings and disses to other fraternities and sororities, all done in unison. And it is also common for them to break into formation for a special performance or step to greet their own fraternity and sorority. And the example I have for you is a chapter of Iota Phi Theta from Howard University. And I thought this was a pretty good example of a probate.
Dream speech. 50 miles away. What is it? We're making a new kind of history. They made a new kind of history. A new kind? On September 19th, 1963, 12 brown brothers found the nation's fifth largest, so the African American